Ms. Purvi Shah from Purvi Shah Interiors. Purvi Shah Interiors is a boutique design studio working with high-end luxury residences to budgeted homes. Established by Ms. Purvi Shah in 2005, it is one of the leading brands when it comes to interior designing. An established name in the design industry for over 15 years, Purvi Shah's attention to detail, industry expertise, and her burning desire to excel have created some of the most beautiful interior projects. Today, Ms. Shah will present her project, the Twin Villas, based in Karjat.
So this is all about us, a little boutique studio that we attend to everybody's work and cater to the most detail. That's been our USP for years. That we don't conform to any particular style. We tend to make the client important in finding out what style he or what he is comfortable to make it look like a home or a residence. So this is a house that I was talking about is it's a sitting in Radisson Blue, Karjat. It's a two bungalows that we had to actually join together. The client had bought two separate bungalows, and we had to make it as one big home for them, an outhouse. So it was a beautiful setting because it had the Radisson Blue property, so you can access the whole the banquets, the lawns, the swimming pools over there. It's around a 5,000 square feet area and almost 2,000 square feet of landscape outside. So, being a vacation home, it had been the brief of the client was, of course, you can do what you want, but we want elements of heritage or Indian roots because that's what they believed in and that's what they always came from because they are a big pharmaceutical company who believed in traditional roots. So as a team, we were given a free hand as to pick up whatever we want over the pieces, right from different markets and different and restore them, so that we can actually find its furniture was. If you go to see, the furniture has been picked up from a native place called Patan, and a lot of it is gone in restoring it. Next line. So over here we see is the two odd-shaped bungalows that I had to connect between. It was a structural work that we had to do to interconnect them and make it look like a connectivity between the informal and the formal area. The left is the formal area and the right is the informal rooms for the youngsters. The formal area created had a lot of space, open space for dining, living, and entertainment, and only with one room on the top. The other one had a couple of informal area for the den and the audio, video, and up all the rooms for the guest. So if you see, this is the foyer, which a lot of traditional art pieces have been collected from Patan, and we have restored it and reused it with beautiful details and showing. The flooring has also been done is handmade to complement the whole look of this heritage kind of a look that we have created. On the right is the dining area that we actually got these chairs also made. The center part of the thing was being picked up and then we actually moved the chairs around it and designed it. The stained glass was also designed by the client herself, and so we had to coordinate and input it into the design element. So this is the informal, so the left is the informal side. It's a staircase that it climbs up to the other rooms. So we just came up with this idea of, lovely small courts that absolutely help us to, kind of rejuvenate and relax when we come to this kind of a vacation home. To the right, if you see, is, the turquoise aquamarine jali, which has been there for 100 years in the client's home and is now finally rested and found its place here. We have refurbished it and restored it to make it look like a partitional. It has taken different uses. Earlier it was a cupboard. Before that it was on the back side of a window. So now it's the third use is a divider between the staircases. So these are some of the shots that we've taken. The railings are again from an old house. Actually, we have gone to Patan and picked up from the old Havelis and old which were getting demolished to find its way for urbanization. And we picked up all this stuff that is, kind of which has a lot of meaningful value for the client and for us to kind of, believe, and we strongly believe in design sustainability. That's a small little curated carpet that we actually made from different colors to just add on to the otherwise, color palette. So to the left is the master bedroom. It's been, if you see, the mirror is an exquisite mirror which was handed over by the client's grandparents, great grandparents, which actually was a cupboard in their old house, old homes, which we restored it and bought it here. It was absolutely beautiful wood, which we, although a lot of it had been damaged, so we tried to get it, restored at the local level, and we did a completely good job. The flooring is also very compliments to the interiors, which is a handmade tile from Bharat Flooring. That also we had to kind of, go back and forth to kind of to get the colors right. On the right is a small coffee bar that we created with, pieces of cycle and, things that the client had it and we wanted to use it with, because each one had a memory. So that's how we created a little bar over there. So to the left is a rocking chair with which is absolutely outside like a veranda, and it helps to actually relax and see the whole space around. The space expanse is very beautiful because there are row houses with with common space, recreational center centered in the middle. So it's a very relaxing thing to kind of come there and just kind of read a book or something. To the right is the red, it's the actual entrance door, which was the actual door of a mandir, which we refurbished it and extended it and tried to get into the size. Although normally the mandir doors are smaller, but we made and tweaked it and got it restored to that. Thank you very much. So I just wanted to actually talk about the what happened during the COVID times, that we actually started this project in December 2019. And of course, by the March, we were hit by COVID or the pandemic. So it had been a very tough process for us as a studio and as a way of working to kind of coordinate this kind of work, because a lot of it was not on drawings, but a lot of it had to be done verbally. So it took us a little time and effort to get into the Zoom calls and WhatsApp callings to get, because material wise we were there, but we were not able to kind of physically be there to explain to the local craftsmen how to get it done. So that was a tough time when we had, but of course now we've all learned as we progress that how we can manage. Thank you very much.
Yeah, great. It is fantastic, and it is a two-in-one project what we saw, Ms. Purvi. And I would like to ask you that since you implemented this project in the middle of a pandemic, in the peak of pandemic, how did it impact the financial aspect of this project? How far the cost got escalated?
The workers were stuck there, but my clients were very, very kind enough to understand the situation and were fully compensated for their food and their stuff. But of course, there was a lot of problems as far as we faced about material and logistics. Even our physicality was not possible. So we had that kind of a problem in the initial couple of months. But obviously, as you know, we all learn and we learn and we learn and we kind of improvise. So that's how we actually done. And it was a good way. It was it was an important lesson that has taught all of us. I think all of us agree on this panel over here that, it was one of the lessons that has taught that we can actually expand beyond site visits, and can be done through different medias to execute.
So you say there was a significant extent of escalation in costing from what you planned?
There was escalation of cost, but then again, the client background was so that he was able to absorb it. And we also, as human, have realized it that there are certain, labor costs. We rather do that to the people who serve and make our houses than to, kind of spend it or, to somewhere else. So I guess people understood the situation and it was not an exorbitant increase in the cost, but yes, it was a relative increase in the cost.
Surely, thank you so much, Ms. Purvi, for the details of the project. Thank you.